Gotta face the truth. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, oh, oh. See your face to face and thinking about the days we used to be. But I can't make a scene. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, let's get over. Let's get over. What am I doing? I'm doing I'm gonna watch the Arsenal game. Swiss, Swiss. You say Swiss cottage, kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is a compact cinema, you know.
Oh, as in small. Yeah, it looks small.
Yeah, my thing covers that.
That's it.
Yeah, it does. You'd have to pay for the other person. Innit?
Alright, so alright, okay. What would you man do? Yeah. So you got a view where tickets like £8 in. So more time you spend £16
You
on
gonna
the
watch them
ticket.
lose? No, allow it.
Right?
No,
Yeah.
go on, go on, go on.
Right. So what? Would you go a view, which is £8 a ticket? Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
you're spending £16, or would you go to Odeon and spend £18?
Come to you, bro. Do what you want. Do what you want.
Like fuck it, let's go Odeon. I mean, it's only £2 difference. Like, so it doesn't really make a difference.
Intimate settings and that.
Yeah. Wait, so how do I get the ticket? Oh, I just put the code in. Or something.
Yeah, you just put the code in.
Well, best be cheaper on mad. I'll fuck them up. Let me see. Let me check the time. What's the times of this film? The times.
I need to do my graphic for this game, you know.
7 p.m. Oh no, it's not. How much is IMAX? Raw. I said IMAX. £24. Fuck that. I'm getting a normal team. Fuck IMAX.
I need to swap this around.
7 p.m.
That can go there. The last game I did a watch along for was Brighton. That was time ago. Oh, Bournemouth. I'm gonna go out in a minute, so I won't be in the stream long. I hear it, bro. Where are you off to? Where are you off to, broski? Going to the Walsall game. Dead. Meaty. And then I need the Bournemouth. Barquitas. Barquitas. Barquitas.
Says cold and raining.
Yes. That's right.
Victoria
And now the sound is back on.
Plumbing.
Okay, cool.
It starts small, doing what you can when you can. It's just one change, followed by another, and another, until you wake up refreshed. Find your step.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
And realize that incremental has become monumental. Be yesterday with Garmin.
I gotta
Here's
get on
Mike,
the
one of our
road.
Villa Plus experts, personally inspecting and selecting yet another quality villa. Some say he has the best job in the world. Only choosing villas with private pools. Now that's a view. So you and your family can spend even more quality
that
time
is
together. With more smiles
let me
and
check
more
mine.
splashes. Go to villaplus.com for amazing villas. Book with only
What
£100
do you- what,
deposit.
like, how much you
Villa
pay?
Plus. It means more.
I think like £80.
18.
Does the morning madness lead to bathroom sadness? It's time for Flash! With a powerful spray and a wondrous wipe. Here, and even here.
Nah.
You can remove the grime,
Where you
bring
go
back
manage,
the shine, and get your bathroom looking
and then
and
you look at
smelling
your mobile phone
brilliant.
and see what's included.
Flash, spray wipe done. Back to clean in a flash.
The big one from Ariel
And then
is
you
way
can see,
bigger than a regular pod.
EE.
Big mess, big deal. Big spill, big deal. Big landing, big deal.
The big one from Ariel. With double stain and odour removal,
You see,
all those big messes really are
you
no.
can see everything that's
Big deal.
included in your
The big one from Ariel. Always keep away from children.
No, but I've got just a set as well. Like, no, I should be on money. In the middle of the thing.
You can't resist the super taste of Bachelor's Super Noodles.
Yeah, you see?
Sell your car on Motorway, sponsors of the Premier League on TNT Sports.
Yeah, I've got one exclusive extra. Because I've got
This
unlimited minutes,
weekend on
unlimited
TNT
text, unlimited
Sports.
everything.
Later, we're
Plus
heading to
one
Miami and a
exclusive
huge night
extra,
in the
which is
Octagon at
like
UFC 327, headlined by the light heavyweight title showdown between Yeezy Proaska and Carlos Ulberg. And tomorrow join cycling's most iconic one-day race as the world's
That's
best
a love
riders
and a
tackle the
Mitchell.
treacherous historic cobbles of
Auntie, we used to be
Paris-Roubaix,
friends,
dubbed the
getting
hell
back
of the
there.
North.
Like
Plus
that.
2 crucial matches in Serie A as Parma take on Napoli, followed by Cesc Fabregas's Como against title favourites
It's
Inter.
yours.
But now, our attention
Nobody
is on
else's.
Arsenal versus Bournemouth.
Your weekend
I'm excited for this game, you know. Arsenal versus Bournemouth.
And every game is must-win for Arsenal now. So this
It is,
is
yeah, every game is a must-win. But to be fair, is it mathematically, if we win today and City lose, the league is done? Is it mathematical or not?
Today called Panic Attack. I hope you haven't backed that one.
No, but this is a fence that Arsenal have to get over today. And hopefully there's no falls while they're doing it. I'm particularly looking forward to Havertz playing in that 10 role. We haven't seen enough of him this season, but when he played with Gyökeres, I think he's already provided 4 assists for him. And Gyökeres starting to get into the goals. Martinelli, brilliant when he came on the other night. So, yeah, there's still a lot for these players to demonstrate that they can be champions. There's a great opportunity here for them today to beat Bournemouth.
and they have this
Yo, Bailey, how are you,
opportunity
my bro?
to go 12 points clear of Manchester City. What kind of psychological blow
move,
that land on City ahead of their game against Chelsea?
Oh.
Look, it's big, especially when you play
This
for
cat knows
7
no
games left,
boundaries.
Lindsay. You know, 22 years since these guys have won a trophy. Such a brilliant football club.
They're
Massive
rubbing
football
off on
club.
man's leg.
They got to go
Oh,
get
it's
the job done.
12:30.
Starts
I need to
today.
grab my things
7
now then,
finals
one
left,
sec.
and maybe even win a Champions
grab
League.
my-
But obviously, if they can find a way to win today,
Oh,
they
that
get
might
one
get
step
me in
closer
trouble.
to
Just need to
getting back to
trust
being Premier League champions.
It feels like they could wrap up the title in these next
Yeah,
two
that might
games.
be
Win
tough.
today
Just that-
and win or don't lose at the Etihad next week, Martin.
You know, it's a huge week. Obviously, the Champions League, second leg to come. Man City waiting at the end of the week. But, you know, you said you've got to just jump the fences out in front of you. They have to win this one today. I think it's that time now. You have to turn up as the players. You have to love it. You have to relish it and enjoy it and go and play. Free in your mind, Arsene Wenger used to say. Be free in your mind, play your football, and today they have to do that.
And the home form is so encouraging as well. 4 of those final 7 games. 21 wins, 24 competitions. That's massive for them, having 4 of that run in.
Come on, the boys.
Yeah, the only one they lost was against that.
Come on, the boys.
Look, they're in brilliant form. They got a great group of players. You know, they just got to find a way, Liz, and get the job done. They've been brilliant all season. They just got to finish the job.
The boys are ready.
Is telling me, Vamos,
Can I watch the match with you? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Of course.
They are ready to go. Lucy Ward and first Darren Fletcher.
Of course, of course, of course.
Good afternoon, Lindsay. Hello again.
Obviously, I won't be able
everyone.
to
So
actually
the
show the
players
game,
are down
but
there and ready with Declan Rice, the Arsenal captain,
What's
today
that?
on the day that he starts a Premier League match for the 100th time in an Arsenal shirt. And this fascinating title
Yeah, man, boys!
Stadium, Arsenal preparing for their first Premier League game for a month, and they remain in control with 7 games left for them to play. I suppose a month isn't that long really when it's been 22 years of waiting, but the reality is the Gunners are wobbling, City are lurking and possibly peaking.
Alexa, stop music.
At this stage could be fatal. Bournemouth arrive here on an
no.
11-game unbeaten run in the league. It's their longest as a top-flight club. So this
Why
is
does that
a
look like that,
potentially difficult day for the Premier League leaders. So City will sit and wait while we concentrate on the Gunners on TNT Sports.
I'm not a fan of that at all.
So this is the
How's that
Arsenal
done that?
team today. 3 changes. They're still without Yuri and Timber and Bukayo Saka, and now have captain Martin Odegaard added to the injured list, along with Ricardo Calafiori.
Oh.
Miles Lewis Skelly starts at left back, just his second Premier
don't know
League
about
start of the
Skelly
season.
starting,
Havertz
but
starts
hey.
as well after his goal in Lisbon, and Gabriel Martinelli is on the Arsenal left. Piero Hincapié is back on the bench after injury, as is Eberechi Eze.
I mean, we know Arsenal structured, controlled in possession and patient, that they want to
Skelly and Ben White.
Back. But when Havertz
I don't
plays
know,
in this
man.
system, it's more of a 10 rather than directly replacing what Odegaard does. The risk is they can look a little bit flat and predictable, like they did the other night if the tempo drops and the final pass isn't there.
So just the one change for Bournemouth, who last played 3 weeks ago against Manchester United. It's in the attack where Junior Krupi replaces Amin Adli. Petrovic and Trufer have started every Premier League game this season. And Alex Jimenez, the right back, he's been shown 9 yellow cards so far, and he faces a 2-game suspension when he gets booked again.
Come on, Arsenal! Come on.
High press, high tempo. They want to trap
I'm gas, I'm ready.
attack quickly once they win it. I think they'll go after Arsenal here. They've got absolutely nothing to lose because they're on a good run, but the risk
What are your
is
predictions?
space to leave behind when they get themselves forward.
Wyatt Inco again, bro.
So Kai Havertz reward for an injury time.
I'm not too sure about
He's an Arsenal star.
3-3-1.
Just his 4th in the Premier League this
I'm not
season.
too sure
His
about
last
having
Premier League
Skelly
goal, by the way,
and
was
Ben
14
White
months
back.
ago against
Full
Manchester
back.
City.
I'm not too sure. I think that's 2 very shaky sides,
And
but
it's a
we'll
chance
see how it
today
goes.
to take a closer look at Ryan, who's had rave reviews since joining.
But if you're gonna have
Vasco
Skelly
da
or
Gama
Ben
in
White, have
January,
one of them.
The teenager made his full debut
Yeah.
for Brazil at the end of last month. So it's so near yet so far, I suppose, in title terms for Mikel Arteta and his players. At the moment, they need cool heads as the pressure continues to intensify.
North London forever.
3 months after the Arsenal manager.
Whatever the weather.
They've known each other for the best part
These
of 30
streets
years.
are a road, and my heart will leave you never. My blood will forever run through the stone. Run away! Come on! Alright, I'm gassed. I'm gassed.
On Tuesday, the VAR is Darren England, and we've got ref cam, as you can see, in operation as well today. So Arsenal is 9 points as it stands. After this game, they'll have played 2 more games than Manchester City.
Do you know
it's
what
also
Chelsea's
the final league match before they go to the Etihad next weekend, which just
Blue
adds to
is
the
the
importance.
colour.
And despite the fact that Bournemouth start the day in 13th place, they're only 4 points off the European positions and have been a very difficult team.
Appreciate the follow
to
up.
beat.
Yes,
Look
look for us early.
Closing down there on James Hill, one of the Bournemouth centre-backs. So the running well and truly underway. A season-long marathon is now a sprint to the finish. Arsenal have been in control for most of the campaign. The question now is, can they see it through, starting with this game against Bournemouth?
Yeah.
And you can feel the tension inside the stadium, even though the fans, despite the pleas this week, didn't get here until virtually kick-off.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge game for Arsenal. They arrived this game feeling a little bit better about themselves. They discovered a bit of that spirit in midweek, didn't they? Displayed that recently in those cup games, certainly, but Bournemouth will be no pushover here, and they'll know that they can affect the crowd if they have that energy we know they can have.
Really bang in the face for the Bournemouth number 9, Evan Nilsson, who's just told Michael Oliver that he's going to be okay. Might just need a second or two.
I think it was a challenge with Gabriel. Put his arm across the front of his face. Saw one.
So Arsenal unbeaten in 8 in the Premier League. They've won their last 4. The Wobbles have been in cup matches. Bournemouth haven't lost a league game since Arsenal beat them on January the 3rd. But they found wins harder to get. They've actually drawn their last 5 and 7 of their last 10. But they are confident, and had they not dropped so many points from winning positions this season, the league position would be even better.
Yeah, I mean, they showed resilience, but they just haven't had that extra edge to win games. At first, I think it was lack of confidence. Now they've just got a belief building. The unbeaten run.
I think, you know, Lucy, there's a couple of fascinating battles out there today. Ryan against Lewis Skelly, and then also Jimenez, who's got to deal with Martinelli. So I think there's little cameos all over the pitch today that are fascinating.
I'll be interested to see where they get the creativity from. Ødegaard's a big loss. He hasn't played too much recently, but...
Oh my days.
Gyökeres, who can have a run at Senesi for the first time. And that went out. Eagle-eyed assistant right on the spot.
I can't believe we lost to Southampton, bro. Like, yeah, I guess like that.
Arsenal's last 7 games, only one's been in the Premier League, and while they've had the League Cup final, an FA Cup quarter-final, a Champions League game to play as well, it's the first game for Bournemouth for more than 3 weeks since they drew against Manchester United. So the circumstances coming into the match vastly different for the 2 sets of players.
An interesting battle. I mean, Lewis Skelly's not really established himself in the side. I tend to think he'll be doing a lot more defending and probably staying tact in that back 4 to keep an eye on Ryan, because he'll be a tough customer to deal with.
It's only the 2nd Premier League match that Miles Lewis Skelly started this season. He's in there despite the fact that Hincapie's on the bench.
Then Madueke.
Bonnie Madueke is on the Arsenal right with Bukayo Saka, and it breaks here to Evan Nilsson.
Oh my days, get across. Good.
Excessively ball played in towards Julian Krupi. There's a lot of life in the final third here for Bournemouth when they put it together.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Tavernier's playing on this left-hand side, which means Krupi will go in behind Evan Nilsson. And they are looking to just try and trap high. They know that Arsenal want to play out from Raya.
Declan Rice on here to Ben White, who's an England player once again.
And on.
William Saliba to Bonnie Madueke.
Oh, we played out very well. Good.
This is Gabriel. Trying to get Martinelli away down that side, and Jimenez, the young Spaniard, got across there. Scott right in front of the Bournemouth supporters over there. Did quite well to find a bit of space.
Yes.
And I think he thought on that side, Jimenez, that might well have been a Bournemouth throw-in, but it's been given Arsenal's way. The Bournemouth fans who are here today saw their team win here last season. They actually did the double last season over Arsenal. When they played this season, Arsenal won at the Vitality in January. That victory last season, the only time that Bournemouth have won a match here against Arsenal.
Yeah, they were impressive. I mean, I look at Arsenal and the key creators are missing. Odegaard, Eze, a lot of emphasis on what Havertz does, Madueke on that right-hand side as well.
You're a hater.
Because Bournemouth will defend well.
So the first set piece today for Arsenal. Arsenal, the team that scores the most goals from set pieces against the team that concedes the most from these situations. And the whistle blown there for the foul on James Hill.
Come on, you guys, indeed.
It's always a distinct advantage for Arsenal, Lucy, when they get a set piece against pretty much anybody. But in the circumstances today, Bournemouth have got the worst record of keeping them out.
Yeah, I just think they haven't got the stature of some sides, have they, to deal with. You know, you look all over the pitch. There's a couple of big lads, but the rest of them, you know, you look at Arsenal physically.
We're in the red, we're in red.
In recent years, the recruitment has that sort of size.
They're in blue.
Petrovic was just encouraged to be a little bit quicker from the Arsenal supporters and eventually from the referee Michael Oliver as well.
You're looking all right to start off with, like, you're actually looking okay.
So this is a chance for Arsenal to extend the lead at the top to 12 points. Manchester City in London tomorrow at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea. I'm not necessarily sure, though, at this stage that anything that Arsenal do changes the way that Pep Guardiola sees it, because I would suspect he's worked out he's got to win every game anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Just need to try and get 3 points each game. It's tough, but Arsenal playing first, if they can use that to their advantage.
This is Ryan, by Ryan Christie.
Good
Intercepted there for Arsenal by Saliba. Quickly on the scene there was Truffert, who's having a really good first season as the replacement for Milos Kerkez, Bournemouth. Senesi's pass to Evan Nilsson. And that's going to be an Arsenal goal kick.
They'll go forward as quickly as they can. They'll try and look to put it in that space either side of the centre-backs. Well, they're not happy because just give the ball away in a promising position.
Heavy touch there from Raya, but he got the ability to get it out to White, although his touch put him under pressure straight away from Tavernier.
Yes, good.
Just caught there by Krupi. The referee considered playing on, but decided to give Arsenal the free kick, which is sent over there towards Martinelli by Declan Rice. There's an example of the strength of Ryan. I mean, he's just not a winger that's got speed. I mean, he's got size as well.
Yeah, he's a bit like a centre-forward, but can play like a winger and really sort of dangerous for Bournemouth. Hit the ground running. Two of them to stop him.
Good, Madueke.
A bit of help from Ben White in the end, and then Saliba.
The importance of winning duels all over the pitch for Arsenal if they're going to get on top in this game, because Bournemouth will fight. They've got legs in midfield. They'll work hard.
Well done. Well done. Done. Let me get out of there.
Declan Rice. Kai Havertz. The free kick conceded there by
Hey!
Just left a little bit of a calling card on his way past. He's already bouncing around down there, Arteta. Goes Victor Gyökeres. The body used to great effect by Hill.
James Hill, since he's been playing in that centre-back position for Bournemouth, a really good partnership with Senesi. Not going to beat him with those sort of runs.
Just Tavernier. It's an Arsenal team that's done their bit to this point. They're the league's top scorers with 61 goals and the team with the best defensive record as well, but they've still got to hold their nerve against the Manchester City team that's seemingly warming to the task and playing its best football towards the back end of the season. Christie, Senesi, and now Hill. Jimenez with a decent run. Tavernier helps it on. Here's Trufair. He's got a few in the box here. Evan Nilsson's in there. Ryan's got in there too. Senesi's pass towards Tavernier, headed down towards Evan Nilsson. And Gabriel effective enough back there for Arsenal.
Yeah, they don't leave many spaces, Arsenal, the way that they defend. It's usually a 4-4-2, but just drop back into the back line there. The wide players, Madueke. Difficult to find the space to get a ball through.
Hold. Yes, Gyökeres.
Showed a little bit too much of that to Hill.
He's following him, Hill, isn't it?
Arsenal with the majority of the ball in the early stages, as you'd expect. It's 10 minutes, though, where they've not caused a problem for Petrovic in the Bournemouth goal. It is the kind of day where you feel the longer it goes before Arsenal score, the more the tension ramps up in here.
I mean, I do think I watched the Southampton game, and though they made changes, that defensively they didn't look as solid, attack-wise not as creative. And it can just look predictable if you don't have those sort of creating the variety in attack.
Senesi winning his header against Havertz. Declan Rice quickly on the scene for Arsenal, but so was Ryan on that side. Junior Krupi. Scott. Petrovic saw something. One thing that does bode well, it's a game that tends to provide goals. The last 16 meetings have provided 52, which is, even by my dodgy maths, more than 3 a match.
Hey, man on.
5 at the Vitality Stadium in the 3-2 Arsenal win when they played each other in January, so they do tend to be open.
Yeah, Bournemouth games normally do, apart from the 2 0-0s they've had in the last few games. Usually Bournemouth games equal goals, so hopefully.
There's the Bournemouth captain, Christie.
No way.
It's got Madueke running back. Madueke's going to get the free kick, even though he was slightly over-egging it.
Well done.
Now Bournemouth just playing with the ease that you would expect from a team that are comfortable in the Premier League, that have on an unbeaten run.
It's a real emphasis now just how strong this Arsenal squad is. When you think there's no Saka, so they play Madueke, there's no Ødegaard, so they play Havertz.
Good, well done.
There's no lack of strength in this Arsenal group.
Oh my days,
no lack of
what's
strength
the
for the
ball?
fella running here. Gyökeres who pulls it back. Jimenez came across effectively. Martinelli was waiting for the tap-in, but that's the best we've seen from Arsenal so far.
It's good combination down that right-hand side. Gyökeres getting himself in behind. Couldn't make anything of it, but it's positive.
Gyökeres' runs, his movement, he's so relentless.
It's just liven the crowd up a wee bit as well.
Yeah, 2 touch.
So Martinelli is the second top scorer for Arsenal with 11 goals, but only 1 of them have been in the Premier League. It was an important goal. It was the equaliser against Manchester City earlier in the season, but he scored 10 of them in the cup competitions and the Champions League. It does provide real pace out there on the left-hand side, though, for Arsenal.
You can see the shape of Arsenal there. Havertz goes to join Gyökeres in that forward position. It's Zubimendi and Rice behind. It's a little bit different to Ødegaard plays.
Good. Yes. Come out!
His presence was enough there against Tavernier.
Turn. 2 touch. Come out. Good.
There's Gabriel.
Protect. Good partially, runner. Oh my gosh.
Yes, he was helped out there by Lewis Skelly. He was nice and sharp to the ball.
What have you got?
Martinelli. There's too much on that.
It's good play. Lewis Skelly, that'll do his confidence. Just really aware of the fact they need to get in there quickly, otherwise it'd be an opportunity for Bournemouth.
It's that last, it's the final action from Martinelli. Always.
Kai Havertz.
Struggle.
Now Ben White.
Get there. Protect.
Madueke was just moved aside there by Senesi, which meant he couldn't get a great deal of pace on the cross. Tavernier now looking to try and sneak away from Ben White down here. He got away from Zubimendi as well. Now Scott's got it. For the first time in the match here, Ryan can set his sights on Lewis Skelly. And it goes now to Krupi, and that's good defending by Gabriel. Really calm in the circumstances there, Gabriel.
Yeah, I mean, the reliance that they need on the two centre-backs for Arsenal now are strongly out together, but Skelly tracked well.
Jokeres bit in the middle. He won him out there.
Victor Jokeres, it's a good footing by Hill. Space now for Christie.
Dribbling on the left wing. Oh.
Signs there that Bournemouth are seeing more of the ball after Arsenal had it for the first 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, Arteta's talking about not having the weight of that pressure on them. Certainly, Bournemouth don't have any sort of pressure on them, and you can tell. It's just I think it's just from the crowd, really. Sometimes when you're at home and the crowd are so desperate for them to win the league and desperate for them to get 3 points in these games, sometimes that energy can go onto the pitch.
It's a poor pass by Zubimendi. Mikel Arteta down there may well be a few weeks away from becoming the first Arsenal manager since Arsene Wenger to win the Premier League title. And it won't be lost on him that his first game as the Arsenal manager was against Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium on Boxing Day in 2019.
Appreciate the last guys, thank you. It's an okay start. It's an okay start. I'm not upset.
So this is pass. Here's Christie. That's a good ball into Trufair, and they're going to be stretched here, Arsenal. It's and Junior Krupi scores. Well, there's a turn up for the books. There's a twist in the title race. Barely a flicker from the Bournemouth manager, but the Bournemouth supporters celebrating. And it's an early problem here for Mikel Arteta.
Well, it's actually the run from Trufair that caused the ball to be played into him. It's a terrific run from the left back for Bournemouth. An inquisition going on, but just watch Trufair where he starts that run. Starts the run and sees the ball in there. It's a terrific ball in there, and then Arsenal always on the back foot. So that's unfortunate. That's a little bit lucky in terms of Bournemouth, but it's a positive move. Now let's see how Arsenal react.
Well, he's having a fantastic season, isn't he, Junior Krupi? That's 10 goals now in the Premier League. He scored in both matches against Arsenal. They recruit so well. They know they've got to sell players, and he's another one that they found.
Honestly,
but he wasn't going to miss from there.
I'm tired.
And it's a big goal in the context of what the Premier League table looks like, and for Bournemouth as well, because they've got a real chance to play in Europe for the first time in club history next season, if they can finish the season well. And they've got the lead here at ground where they won it for the first time in their history last season, and whatever pressure was on Arsenal at kick-off has just gone on.
Absolutely, it's about players stepping up now, getting themselves on the ball, not panicking. They won't panic, that's for sure, but just makes the job that little bit harder this afternoon.
So that's the table as it stands. The gap is 9 points, but of course Manchester City have got the 2 games in hand. They play against Chelsea tomorrow, and then next Sunday they play against Arsenal at the Etihad. So it's tightened up. It's not the only thing that's tightened up in here, I'll tell you.
You lot, grow up, bro. Grow up. Honestly, just grow up. Grow up.
Great ball from Christie as well, and the run from Trufair. Yeah, he got a little bit of luck. And the deflection from
you lot are all
Saliba.
here now, yeah?
It's positive in behind.
It's also worth making the point, with approaching 19 minutes here, Bournemouth leading 1-0. They're nervous already, the supporters, but they've not tested Petrovic yet.
It's early doors. I'm still confident.
Everything's been played in front of Bournemouth's goalkeeper.
Just a little bit of sleep on this right-hand side for Arsenal. Allowed Trufair their run. into the box.
Ben White again, though.
Tell you what, Lucy, there are murmurings in here already.
Why is he just sleeping?
Senesi just got his legs closed in time. Scott runs into Rice, who got the ball. It's a good tackle by Arsenal's captain today. Here's Gyökeres, and back there was Jimenez. And this is the first Arsenal corner today. 16 goals they've got from corners in the Premier League, the joint most in a single season for any Premier League club. And if you widen it out to all competitions, they've scored 24 from corners. So this is a real opportunity for them against a team that don't defend.
Set piece, come on! Come on!
Particularly well. There you go,
let's
confirmation. 16 in the Premier League alone, and Rice out there to take it.
Rice delivery. It's a good ball in. Finish!
It's a good one.
Oh!
And it's onto the roof of the net from Havertz.
What a ball that is. I mean, the delivery is probably one of the main reasons why they're so good from set pieces. Rice put it right in the hot spot. Havertz.
He's got to lead that to Martinelli.
Gets himself on it, but it's underneath it. It's a chance.
There is a chance. There is a chance.
It's a poor pass by Senesi. Only he knows. I mean, even if he'd have got it towards him, it's still the wrong pass.
Support Reading.
Been a couple of those, one from each team, I think, as well. As Zubimendi one to
it was
White.
like a deflection from across.
Slipped on there by Havertz, and that's a bit of a waste. Don't forget we've got a double-header from Serie A tomorrow as the title race in Italy continues to heat up. Parma against Napoli, 1:45 on TNT Sports 2. And Como against the title favourites Inter from 7:30. And that's on TNT Sports 1. And of course you can watch all of the coverage being streamed on HBO Max as well.
I just feel like just need a bit more from Arsenal, a bit more energy in that final third.
I'm going to take a screenshot of this, Billy.
In the box on the side, he always is. But
take a screenshot of this.
Nerves just build up.
And if that doesn't come to be true, I'm coming back for you.
Scott looking to get the other side of Lewis Skelly, who defended it well.
Move! Another pass, good.
Let's try Havertz.
Stay in early.
Martinelli's on the right.
Good, Martinelli. Oh my days. What have we got?
Gyökeres in the middle of it.
You're actually Brazilian. You're actually Brazilian. All you do is run in a straight line. This guy. Oh my gosh.
Junior Krupi. They're playing with absolutely no pressure and absolutely no fear, Bournemouth, at the moment.
Yeah, as I said earlier, it's. And then there's only Gyökeres in the box when the cross comes across from Martinelli as well. And Madwake is behind. It's like a bit wary of Bournemouth when they win the ball back.
Now. Sounds mad, man.
It's their best ever unbeaten run as a top-flight side. 11 matches. They draw the majority of them, but they've been really tough to beat. They've not lost a match in the Premier League since Arsenal beat them in January.
We'll try something, man. We'd lose to Reading now.
That's gone out for a throw-in. Just tell him one or two to simmer down a bit, isn't he, Declan Rice?
Yeah, absolutely. Just relax, and you know, they've just got to ignore what's going on around them and just play the way that they play Arsenal. But you know, pressure is a funny old thing.
Christie's pass encouraging Tavernier to run, but pace when it takes it through to Raya.
Always down the back side. No. Do not mess around.
What a ball. The Arsenal goalkeeper.
Oh my days. Give it out to him.
Havertz on towards Martin.
Are you mentally challenged? You can't pass 10 yards.
That pass, Raya, was brilliant.
Oh my days. You have to capitalise there.
That's the better of Scott.
Hold it.
Senesi's gone across there with Gyökeres, but that leaves the box empty. But they're going to get the free kick.
There's been a few of those runs. It's about getting something. As soon as he leaves the box, then they've got to put bodies in there, Arsenal. Gyökeres. Just make sure that he gets that free kick, and another opportunity now for Arsenal to get themselves back on level terms.
Okay. Delivery. Come on, let's see what we can make from this.
An extreme close-up of Junior Krupi from Michael Oliver's camera.
Looked like he was complaining about something then.
So Declan Rice out there to take it. The delivery usually extremely good from the Arsenal captain. It's deep towards Gabriel, who wins his header, but they're quicker to react. It was Truffert with the clearance.
What have you got?
Noni Madueke.
You might take him down into that line space. Yeah, and then deliver.
Oh,
you run up! Oh, this Madueke guy! I'm gonna. Bro, how many times did you get the ball and run off the pitch, bro? Madueke, yeah? Madueke, count your days, bro. Count your days, bro.
TNT Sports has now moved to its new streaming home on HBO Max, where you can also find Emmy award-winning medical drama The Pit. You can catch up with season 1 with brand new episodes of season 2, now streaming every week.
Someone tell Madueke that the pitch, yeah, where's the white line?
Gabriel winning his header. Second ball picked up by Tavernier, and he was caught there by Zubimendi, but it's going to be a throw-in, nothing more than that.
How is it just no pressure at all, just virtually man on.
That's a nice pass, wasn't it, from Scott, which sets Jimenez away. And then in turn, Ryan, who can take on Lewis Skelly and pull it back, and Krupi was there again. That's an important block by Gabriel.
What are we doing?
Terrific block from Gabriel. I think it hit the side of his face.
Ryan against Lewis Skelly again. Jimenez went in towards Krupi. It wasn't a bad pass in actual fact.
Look like they're enjoying themselves, Bournemouth. They look like quite happy to be here, just playing that fluid football, getting themselves forward quickly. Did well there, Gabriel.
So he's on a list now.
10
goals in the Premier League season, debut Premier League season for a teenager. Chasing down Robbie Keane and Robbie Fowler. Saliba's header in there for Arsenal. Truffert looking to get away from Zubimendi. He's also only the third teenager to score in both games against Arsenal in the same Premier League season. He's on a list that includes Kevin Gallen and Wayne Rooney, I'm reliably told.
Yeah, he's certainly a positive player, dribbler, but obviously finish as well.
Bro, just trying
today.
It's amazing though, Lucy, they're all there, these potential stars, if you can find them, and some clubs are better than others at actually finding them.
Bournemouth do that, and then they recover when they lose them as well, for big money.
So the long throw from Hill, and a comfortable catch for Raya, and a very speedy release to Declan Rice. That's towards and that's well done by Christie. I must say, there's a really nice look about Bournemouth so far, and a really strong 28 minutes by them.
Yeah, they've got a good shape, good back four, two centre midfielders work hard, and then they've got a bit of talent of gamecraft in those forward areas as well. Evan Nielsen, the target runner as well. Arsenal just need a bit more from the connector, Havertz. When he gets the ball, it's just a little bit loose in possession when they get in those areas of the pitch to connect up to the top of the pitch.
They've got Eze on the bench. He's come back from injury a little bit quicker than they were expecting him to, but clearly not quite ready to start the game today, but he is available. That's a little bit late from Madueke.
Be careful, you say, yeah?
There he is.
No.
I think a really good first season with Arsenal. Had a good goal-scoring record as well as a Crystal Palace player against Bournemouth.
It's the thing when you've not got those creative players, him and Ødegaard fit, then you're reliant on runners. If Bournemouth are defending well and you're not keeping possession right, then it's not a positive outcome.
tell you what I would be interested in would be the half-time reaction if Arsenal are behind. Because you can hear the murmurings around us. I mean, it's supposed to be expected because of the nerves, but Petrovic still hasn't made a save. 29 minutes in.
Arsenal! Arsenal!
They've not been able to generate any sustained pressure on the Bournemouth defence. The only real attacks that Arsenal have had have been to try and get Gyökeres away. See if they can do something different here with Madueke.
Rev, how many?
He got the free kick eventually. He was just having a little nibble. I think he got the ball relatively fairly, but he was having a pull at Madueke at the same time.
Yeah, it's better though from Madueke in terms of taking a player on 1v1, trying to create something. Just had a little bit more, yeah. Just had a nibble at the end after he's gone past him. But again, you know, when not in the best of form starting this game, Arsenal has not really raised it. Kind of set piece, get them back in it. Platform to build from.
Why is Skelly out there? Is he going to take it? Skelly take it.
So when it goes from Declan Rice, and that's behind.
He's usually so reliable, it just adds a little bit more tension. But they'll keep going.
You kind of look at this Bournemouth situation and say that had they been a bit more clinical in matches, they'd be in a much stronger position than they currently are. I mean, despite this unbeaten run, they've only won 4 of their last 22 in the Premier League, and they've dropped 18 points when they've had the lead, so they've been quite susceptible in situations like this, and that's the reason why they're not higher up the table.
Yeah, they don't put teams away when they get themselves 1-0 up, perhaps, and then just relax a little bit, or don't defend as well as they should do, and just let teams into it.
What a pass.
Rice's pass, Truffert was in there for Bournemouth, and then quickly Evan Ilson. There's Tavernier. Christie made a good run into the box. Tavernier goes himself, plays it onto Ryan, and then that's away by Zubimendi. They look dangerous when they get around the box. Bournemouth a lot more dangerous than Arsenal do at the other end.
I mean, what's happening is that they're just coming out on top in the duels. You know, Arsenal not getting close when Bournemouth have the ball.
Martin Zubimendi.
Play it.
Crowd wants him to pass it forward. They want to see more urgency from their team. There's a foul from Jimenez. Remember, if he gets a booking today, he faces 2 games out. He's been shown 9 yellows already, the young Spaniard out there.
Was not happy with the ball into him. Zubimendi had a little bit of a go then when he got up.
See whether Rice can get a better delivery than the previous one. Plays it here to Martinelli. Brazilian winger up against Brazilian winger. Ryan was the defender. Rice with a chance to shoot and hit one in, and that takes a deflection, I think, off Ryan Christie, and fizzes behind for the corner.
That spike's always worth an effort. Rice just trying to take it on himself. Doesn't really have the power. In the end, Evan Nielsen stuck a foot out.
Arsenal! Arsenal!
It's been a strong start for Arsenal.
Arsenal! Good delivery.
So the corner to be taken by Noni Madueke. Gabriel on the move, as he always is, in the middle. He's the primary target. Went instead towards Zubimendi. Gabriel gets
ball!
for a penalty. Oh,
yes!
He's given it.
Come on!
It was Christie, I think it was.
But it came at him at point-blank range.
But his hands up here.
Got the arm, though, in an unnatural position. That's probably what's gone against him.
If you just have a look now at Christie's arm, his arm's right up there.
Yes, come on.
You'd also say the point, though, that when you stretch like that, your arm does go there. But, I mean, they've got the idea of what a natural and unnatural position is.
Yeah, handball
Handball.
law as well is difficult in the interpretation, and Morales just is making that point to the fourth official. But when you've got your arm in the air like that, the distance quite short, but
yeah,
Arsenal
they're
breathe a sigh
giving
of
it.
relief.
Lovely. Who's going to take it? Gyökeres or Havertz? Give it to Gyökeres.
So Arsenal are perfect from the penalty spot in the Premier League this season. Victor Gyökeres has scored 2, Bukayo Saka scored the other one. The last penalty they had was actually taken by Havertz, who's now given the ball to Gyökeres. That was against Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League, but it is going to be their leading scorer. A man who's got 6 goals in his last 8 Premier League matches, and he's up against Georgi Petrovic. Big moment this for Arsenal, with 10 minutes to go in the first half.
Yes! Come on! Come on! Get in! Get in! Get in!
Just when you need it, a simple, powerful penalty. Gyökeres stands up, and you have to say this Arsenal crowd, I think, is more relief than anything else. Christie's making the point that it was quite close when it hit his arm. Arsenal will not care. They needed something to get themselves back in this game, and they got a little bit of a step up, but Gyökeres put that away with a...
Gyökeres! Come on! Come on, the boys! What a goal.
18 goals now in all competitions. Arsenal's first shot on target, 35
What
minutes
a penalty
it took, and now they're back on
it
terms,
was very
having
close,
been nowhere near
very
their
close
best
for the people
in this first half.
And that's what it
to
means.
get there.
See Raya's reaction to
But
it. He knows that his team
nevertheless,
were
you put it away.
just having a little bit of trouble getting into the game. Now this place has come alive.
The one point I'd make about giving a penalty for something like that is when it's that close, you've got no opportunity to actually move your hands, so you can't do anything to avoid it, which I always think
Yes,
penalised.
which I think is what Bournemouth were complaining about. What's unnatural, you've got to sort of stretch out, but tell you what, we've seen them given so many times like that.
So 1-1. Let's see what the next twist in today's plot is. He's a lot happier now, the Arsenal
Those
manager,
have been given in the
Mikel
Prem for
Arteta.
however long. There's been worse penalties given, I'm telling you that for free. I'm telling you that for free. It's a pen. His arm is all the way up. His arm is up here.
What they can't shy away from, though, Arsenal, is despite the fact they're back on terms, they've got to play a lot better than this.
Yeah, I mean, midweek they got a great result, but they were quite conservative. Obviously, it was an away performance, but it's just a little bit of zip missing, isn't there, in the final third? And maybe a few nerves, trepidation about where they are in the lead. Hopefully, that goal there will dissolve some of it.
We've got the free kick here for the foul on Evan Nilsson.
Yeah, no, but come on. The game is so gone. Is it just because it's against Arsenal, or do you think like the game is actually gone? Or it's gone Arsenal's way?
So Alex Scott is
I
over
think
the free kick
if that was given against Arsenal,
for Bournemouth, who aren't the biggest team by any stretch of the imagination. The centre-backs, Hill and Senesi, have gone in there. That's too close to David Raya. Oh, Skelly running across, Jimenez beat him to it, but didn't deal with it. When it goes down to Gyökeres, Senesi with the...
Hey!
He says he got the ball. Michael Oda agrees and says it's an Arsenal corner.
That's a good challenge, but just caught Gyökeres with the follow-through. Just got a touch to it, didn't he? It's more positive, good from Lewis Skelly as well. Intercepts again.
I don't mind it. Lewis Skelly has done well so far.
Yeah, it was just a last ditch, wasn't it? It came up off him.
Yeah.
The famous finisher, Martin.
He got a firmer touch than we initially thought,
those
based
are
on the
usually
angle that it went off his toe, but it's a good opportunity, this. For
Can
Arsenal.
turn the screw, Arsenal. They've got a bit of momentum in the game.
Gabriel being marked here by Hill. And that's a good catch by Petrovic.
Got to get around the keeper a lot better than that. He's come out to get that way too.
however Arsenal play, I don't often see Declan Rice put in a less than sort of 8 out of 10 performance, though he just keeps going. Those sort of nerves don't affect him.
It's the 62nd Premier League goal that Arsenal have scored this season, 2 more than Manchester City, are second on the list.
Like a normal movement in terms of like the lunging out, but
it's a foul by Krupi on Zubimendi.
Those are given in this game, do you know what I mean?
Actually, Zubimendi missed the ball. They both missed the ball. He tries to swipe through and bang into each other.
We need to use this momentum hold.
Victor Gyökeres losing out.
What are these tackles?
Hill to Truffert. And then Christie, that's nicely done. In a tight space by Bournemouth. Evan Nilsson can now get onto this and hit the shot. David Raya down to save it.
And on. What are we doing?
Zubimendi runs into Christie, who's won the ball back.
And then give away a free kick.
Alex Scott.
Zubimendi, like, bro, what are we doing? Holding on to the ball. Hold on.
Made a mess of it, though, Arsenal, didn't they?
Still, they do get bodies in there, Bournemouth, and that's why they're always a threat and playing with a little bit of freedom. And just got underneath it, didn't it, Scott?
There's Andoni Iraola. It's his 200th game as a manager in the top flight today.
Sometimes it goes.
It's all about the Basque region of Spain and the respective technical areas. 2 men born in the same region of Spain, 3 months apart. So their careers ran alongside each other for quite a while through junior football, etc.
Just a bit of a disconnect between the defensive unit that's solid for Arsenal and the attacking unit, attacking front four.
Luis, there's a disconnect between those in the seats and those on the pitch, because you can tell they want Arsenal to play the ball forward quicker, particularly Zubimendi. You can feel it all around us.
Good, Madueke.
But they haven't got into the flow, so they don't want to waste the ball forward. That's why they just need to take a few more risks, but it's not what Arteta wants. He wants them to have control of the game.
Havertz is not having a good game whatsoever, bro. Not he is struggling. He is struggling. Oh my.
Delicate from Christie.
Oh my. Mendy.
Free kick to Bournemouth.
Ball flicked over your head. Get Norgard in now. Someone get Norgard in now. Half time.
So Senesi's gone up there. Scott was just receiving instructions from Bournemouth's set-piece coach.
One thing we can't do is concede from a set piece.
In towards Ryan, headed away by Kai Havertz. Ben White.
That's our ball.
That's a Bournemouth throw.
Oh my days.
Junior Krupi. Into the final 2 minutes of the first half. Junior Krupi with the Bournemouth goal and Victor Gyökeres with the Arsenal penalty. That's an interesting one up towards Evan Nilsson. Krupi now gets on it, looking to make room for the shot. Zubimendi was physical but fair, according to Michael Oliver. And we're expecting 2 additional minutes here at the end of the half.
There's just too many Arsenal players playing below the level of the best one, Rice. It's the issue that they've had. A bit of a disconnect in the units. Bournemouth playing freely.
Sounds painful, that, Luke, when you've got disconnecting your units.
You don't want that.
So 1-1. Arteta animated, Arsenal sluggish. Bournemouth giving as good as they've got so far. No space over there for Saliba, but he's so calm in possession.
Yeah, makes good decisions. Saliba, unfortunate with the deflection for the Bournemouth goal, but I'd certainly like to see those two and Raya behind in your team.
I must say they've not got a great deal from Havertz in the first half, Arsenal, nor Zubimendi in central midfield either.
No, and that's what I'm saying, the connection. You know, you've got to link the play. Odegaard gets a lot of stick, but because he gets on the ball a lot, so therefore he'll might have a loose pass every so often, but he connects the two units.
So Scott to take the latest Bournemouth free kick. Moving towards the final few seconds of the half. It's a good one in as well, and Hill was attacking it. Any kind of touch from him would have been interesting. Senesi was in the region also.
Terrific ball. It's just waiting for someone to get on the end of it. Raya watches it because he knows any sort of touch.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah? He is playing pants. He is playing pants. Like, what mask?
It seemed to be being manhandled there by Tavernier, but the game's carried on. Krupi can chase it. That's a graphic there, 52% last 5 minutes, that shows you that Bournemouth haven't been unduly bothered by the Arsenal equaliser.
I don't think they've given the ball away as much as Arsenal either.
Well done,
Victor Gyökeres, Ben White, Noni Madueke, good foot in from Christie.
No.
And Zubimendi. White gets there ahead of Truffert, but the back heel was reacted to well by Noni Madueke. He's now gone down.
Yeah,
he's going to get the free kick. And I don't think the Bournemouth players felt there was a great deal of contact there.
Yeah, he did well, Madueke there actually. Poor pass from Zubimendi, but he just managed to make something of it between Ben White and Madueke. Now they've got a chance right at the end.
Looks as though Senesi might just have tripped himself, hence why the collision came. And what a chance this is for Arsenal right at the end of the half. Last chance of the half. Declan Rice over it. Mikel Arteta working out what he's got to say when he gets them in there. Teased in by Rice into a good area. That's a good header by Hill. And there's half-time. So applause from the Arsenal fans as Mikel Arteta races down the tunnel. Junior Krupi with his 10th goal of the season, putting Bournemouth ahead. All of his goals scored in the Premier League. The Arsenal equaliser came about when Christie was adjudged to have handled it. He's handed it an unnatural position. And Victor Gyökeres, deadly from the spot. 18 goals in all competitions, 7 goals in his last 9 games in the Premier League. They've stuttered a bit, Arsenal, but they're level at the break. Arsenal 1, Bournemouth 1.
Either Norgard or...
How's he found himself in this position? Got to say, that is magic. Sell your car on Motorway, sponsors of the Premier League on TNT Sports.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. We have been playing bad. Like, I don't think we should have conceded because I think Saliba and
the purpose.
Only then will your story continue.
Saliba and Gabriel have actually done it right. Saliba and Gabriel have actually done it right. Whereas I think Ben White is suspect. That ball in behind is always on like Ben White's side. I think Lewis Kelly has actually done okay. He's not been too bad. Norgard, not Norgard, Zubimendi is struggling, bro. Zubimendi is struggling. It's like Man City deserves it more. You think? If you bottle this again, I'm moving close. Bro, honestly, I can't say I move clubs because obviously Arsenal will always be my club, yeah. But I just don't think I'll watch football. Like I don't think I'll watch football. Like, or Saturday will come and I'll just be like, yeah, man, football's on. Like, I won't watch it. I'll be, I don't know. I'll be outdoors with all the girls and stuff like that, bro. I don't know, man. Oh yeah, if we don't win it, honestly, I don't think I could sit down and watch a game of football. Like, it just won't happen. I don't think Havertz is like Havertz has had a bad game, but I don't think it's like. I reckon if we can get someone else in there instead of Zubi and get Havertz thriving a bit more, maybe. I think we're lacking a bit of control, maybe a bit of a like a. The only thing is, even Eze doesn't really add like control because he's a risk taker. He adds a bit more like fire, but I think we also do need still a bit more fire because right now we're getting the ball and we're just looking for Gyökeres in behind, and it's just like he's on his own. He's on his own, and we're just putting the ball to Gyökeres and saying, "Hold that, hold it, hold it, hold it." The other thing as well, I've even forgot that Martinelli is playing, bro. Remember, Martinelli is playing. He's not like he's not done nothing, like nothing. And then I look at our bench, yeah, and I'm like, really and truly, like, who on there is gonna really like change the game? I'm thinking it's just Dalman. It's Dalman and Eze maybe. He's coming back from injury, so we don't even know what version of him we're gonna get. Do you get what I'm saying? I think defensively we're actually okay, apart from like Ben Whiteside. Maybe I'd bring on Mosquera at some point if we can get enough. If we can get a goal or 2 goals, whatever, I'd bring on Mosquera just to solidify us defensively. He'd come in at right back. It'll be interesting to see what he will do, but he needs to change something now, man. Yeah, we need to see what he's gonna do. I don't think Bournemouth have been like exceptional. That's the other thing as well. I don't think like they've been like, oh my gosh, exceptional. But Arsenal just pants, bro. I'll be so G honest. Havertz has been shocking, innit? Yeah, bro. He's been poor. Like him and Zubimendi. Him and Zubimendi have been pants. It's not their day. It's just not been their day. I don't know. I think Zubimendi's been more of a problem than Havertz has. He's just holding on to the ball, holding on to the ball. Then he passes back because I'm like, bro, what are we doing? And it starts to make you like miss Odegaard, bro. And I've never been on Odegaard's case, and I'm like, bro, I actually just miss having that control of the game. Odegaard in that midfield, we don't lack the control that we're lacking now. He holds on to the ball until he loses it, innit? Until he makes a mistake. I'm just like, what are you doing? You're holding on to the ball, holding on to the ball, holding on to the ball, and it's like you've lost it.
Welcome back. The UFC's undisputed light heavyweight championship will be on the line tonight when Yuri Prohashka and Carlos Ulberg meet for the vacant title at UFC 327. Coverage starts at midnight on TNT Sports 1 and HBO Max. Well, here at the Emirates Stadium, though, it is 1-1 between Arsenal and Bournemouth. Martin Keown and Owen Hargreaves are watching with me. And Owen, it was Bournemouth who started the better team and took the lead through Junior Krupi. But Did Noni Madueke have to do better in tracking the run of Trufair?
To be fair, you'd have to say Bournemouth were terrific. Start the game, they were. Arsenal maybe looked a little bit tired from the midweek game, but Bournemouth were passing around beautifully. They pressed really well. And down this left-hand side, I thought Trufair was absolutely tremendous. That ball from Ryan Christie is brilliant. Trufair, okay, it takes a bit of a deflection. And we said Krupi is a really good finisher. But look at that ball. This ball is absolutely fantastic. And you just see Madueke and Ben White lose sight of it. But this ball, to break the lines, and the weight of it, is what creates the goal. It's an absolute fabulous attack from Bournemouth. And to be fair, Linz, they started the game the better. They looked fresher, crisper, and their press has been so good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. It started to feel really tense inside the stadium here. The atmosphere very, very subdued. But then Arsenal, Martin, were awarded a penalty which can completely change the mood in here. And it was for a Ryan Christie handball from Gabriel's shot. His arm wasn't in an unnatural position, did you feel? Because he's so close.
I feel the player's unlucky in this situation, and I do feel it's a bit of a gift from an Arsenal point of view. You know, it's never really, it doesn't matter if it's deliberate handball. Is it in a natural position? I don't know how they define that. But look, you take it when it comes along, and you have to say, look, the arm is away from his body. So the ref gives the referee the opportunity to give that penalty. Arsenal are lucky, but look, this was emphatic. The way that it...
What a penalty that is.
Almost the perfect pen, Owen.
Yeah, I mean, Harry Kane-esque. The one thing I would say is I thought the only two players that played to their normal level was probably David Raya and Declan Rice. Brilliant pen from Gyökeres, even though he didn't have a lot of touches. But Arsenal, they need to do so much more to overcome this Bournemouth team.
Did that show, Martin, you need to be lucky as well as good in a title race?
Yeah, maybe lucky Arsenal applies for today's game. You'll take that. But, you know, if we look at Trufair, for instance, as an example, he's so fired up. They're winning all the duels at the moment, and I'm sure Arteta is in there now trying to get the troops back on it because they need to lift it. If you want to be champions, no one's going to give it to you. Bournemouth have shown that today.
Yeah, they are back level, Arsenal, but they will have to be better in the second half. It was a sweet start for the Cherries here with Junior Krupi opening the scoring. Right. Arsenal level through Gyökeres' penalty.
Sometimes you need luck.
Mikel Arteta has been a bag of energy on the touchline. He knows what's at stake in this second half.
And now we just need Chelsea to do a job for us tomorrow.
TNT Sports, powered by BYD.
Everyone takes their places on the pitch.
I'm going to ask you a serious question about this man here. I want you to answer honestly. Have you... Yeah, we need to change something. First 5-10 needs to change. First 5-10 needs to change. Arsenal playing like they're on caloric deficit. Bro, I don't know what it is, bro. Everyone just looks lethargic, bro. Everyone just looks tired. Everyone just looks like just done, bro. I don't know what it is. That this is like, again, one of the very few times that I can say like we are pants, bro. Zubimendi, bro, Zubimendi, like I've been saying, bro, Zubimendi's been holding on to, you know what he does, yeah? That's just jarring. He holds onto the ball, hold, until he loses it. And then I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Then he does that thing where he throws his hands up, yeah, like he didn't have no options. Bro, move the ball, bro. Everyone that gets onto Odegaard, yeah, this is why we need Odegaard, because he actually takes control of the game. Like, as much as people can get onto him, when he plays in the team, we have control, bro. We ain't got no control of this game. Alex Scott running rings around Zubi, bro. Bro, it's nuts, bro. Like, Zubi started off and it was like again, one of the best signings of the season. And then I'm starting to question everything, bro. I'm starting to question everything he's doing. I'm like, what are we doing? Honestly, like, bro, I'm just starting to question him. I'm like, do we bring on Norgard? Like, do we play Rice in that role and then play someone else? Like, what are we doing? Yeah, no, he's doing all right. He's running rings. Odegaard helps with control, but I don't like him as a sole 10. Yeah, maybe if you played like Eze Odegaard, but then again, the physicality may not be there with those two, because again, Eze defensively not the greatest. Odegaard does run, and he runs quite a bit, but again, not the most physical person, so it's a bit of a mad one. Like, you've got, which is why maybe the summertime you need like a Tonali or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Or something like that to come in there, because I don't know what it is, man. But it's just like physically we're just getting moved to. Like now, you can even make two changes. One of two changes. Yeah, you either take off Zubimendi and you put on Norgard, or you take off Zubimendi and you put Eze and put Rice a bit deeper and have Eze Havertz and maybe do it that way, or you take off both of them and you put on Norgard and Eze. Do you know what I mean? Champions, we tried our best. You think it's done? I hate Havertz midfield gimmick he does. Is it you think he just needs to stay as a number 9?
But a reminder that HBO Max is the exclusive streaming home of Game of Thrones. Plus, you can watch all episodes of The Night of the Seven Kingdoms and House of the Dragon. Stream wall to wall Westeros on HBO Max.
I even forgot Martinelli.
Well, Bournemouth, the Premier League's draw specialists, level with Arsenal at the break. It's been very edgy in here at times when Bournemouth took the lead, Martin. What do the Gunners need to do?
One thing I am happy about, I know we're talking about loads of
with freedom.
negatives.
You know, Supermendi is an example of that. Just hesitating occasionally, but you know, feed the front players. Martinelli, we've hardly seen him in the game. Madueke will have to do more, because the manager, we talked about 38 goals scored from the goal involvement.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it was. I think we needed a bad boy left winger. Like, we played a bit like England where we attack
what
one
about
down
the
one
approach
side
from
with
Bournemouth
Saka,
in this one? Do you expect it to
outside of
continue
that-
in the same manner?
I thought first
Like,
half
what
Bournemouth
else?
were exceptional, well drilled, the pressing, very good on the ball.
I was
as well.
scared for. You know
Maybe
why I was
Arsenal a
scared
bit
to have
fatigued from
Scully
the
in
midweek
here
game,
as
the
well?
early kick
Because we had Ben
they
White
need a better
and Scully.
second half.
And I was like,
Arsenal. There's
that's
a
two
title at stake
calamities.
here.
But
They need
Ben
a
White
little
is
bit more
another one.
energy, a little
He's
bit more
another
belief in their
calamity
passing.
at the back
They
where he
need
just
a win
switches off and
as
people
well,
getting
with
behind him
Manchester
all the
City
time.
playing tomorrow with a game in hand and that meeting
starting to get on my
at
nerves.
the Emirates next weekend. The players are out, so let's hand you back to our commentary team, Lucy Ward, and first it's back to you, Darren Fletcher.
Thank you, Lindsay. So Mikel Arteta down there with Gabriel Eze
Eze looks like he's getting
chatting
ready.
away. The reality is at the
Eze
moment
looks
the
like he's
Premier
getting
League
ready.
table would be a 10-point lead for Arsenal. Manchester City would have 2 games in hand, and of course the match at the Etihad against Arsenal. So it's a big 45 minutes on the cards, and just on the, to put a bit of context to any potential tiredness that there might be, it's the 53rd match that Arsenal have played in all competitions this season, compared to the 34th for Bournemouth. So they've played a lot more football. There's a lot more tread on the tyres. Bournemouth haven't played for 22 days, and in the meantime, Arsenal played a League Cup final, they played a
I think
Champions
Gyökeres
League
will
match,
come good.
and they
Like,
played an
hear me
FA
out.
Cup
I
game
think
as well.
he
So
will
they've been a lot
come
busier.
good.
I think in that first half you could see that
I've
The
not,
message
I've
at
not written
half-time
them
for
off.
Arsenal, simple things, keep the ball well, get closer to Bournemouth, better in the duels, that they're coming out second best in those,
I've
and
not written
be interested to
Jokeris off
see
yet.
how long it is before Arteta does make any changes, because he talks about his finishers, the ones who come off the bench and make a difference.
Two teams have managed to get draws here this season. Manchester City and Liverpool. Manchester United, the only team to beat Arsenal at the Emirates in all competitions. That and they scored the most goals in the second half of Premier League matches this season.
Good touch. Good.
No changes made by either Mikel Arteta or Andoni Iraola at half-time.
David Rice played quite well today. Put it down. Good.
Havertz.
Oh my days, how can you not control that? Havertz having a mare, bro.
Against Arsenal,
He's
so
having a mare.
Free kick here to Bournemouth.
It's just not like he's got up to speed yet. I don't know whether Owen talked about the tiredness from midweek, whether he's just got something in his legs. It's just not quite at his pomp.
Him and Rice. David Raya.
So this is ball forward. Ben White's header away by Madueke, but only to Truffert.
Arsenal can be playing poor. They're always there. They're always there, them two.
Saw one or two little glimpses in the first half of Ryan, but not a great deal. Tended to operate a bit more down the left than the right, Bournemouth, in the first half.
Yeah, Saliba and Gabriel have actually done all right this game.
Well, here is Ryan up against Miles Lewis-Skelly, starting in the Premier League for just the second time this season. Now Jimenez.
Good. Back.
Tavernier's pass back to Truffert.
It's down their left-hand side, bro. Our right-hand side. That's where they get joy.
Alex Scott. The sun shining down on the Emirates Stadium.
Bournemouth certainly play better in high-tempo games. They get it, but they will move it quicker.
So this is past Gabriel's clearance. Quickly across was Hill to get there ahead of Havertz. I mean, there's a real incentive for Bournemouth to win the match today. If they do, they'll go 9, and within a point of both Everton and Brentford. And they've never played European football in the club's history. A strong finish to the season might just bring them that, because they're kind of knocking on the door, aren't they?
Absolutely. They've got the foundation of all those draws in a row. They're unbeaten. Can they get a win? Just kickstart the end of the season for them.
I know there's a big incentive for Arsenal, but there's a big incentive for Bournemouth as well, and we can't overlook that.
Oh my days!
By Raya, complete indecision from the Arsenal goalkeeper.
Oh my days!
It's not often you see that. Really work out which one he was going to go longer, or instead went short to Zubimendi it. Not accurate.
It's Bournemouth who have started the half controlling things. They've had all of the ball. Played forward by Hill, straight to Gabriel. Kai Havertz on towards Victor Gyökeres, but good positional play that by Hill.
It's just not enough on the pass. Gyökeres made a good run forward, good defending though.
What a challenge!
Lewis-Skelly with a challenge.
Oh no, you're having a laugh.
Actually,
you're having a laugh.
Down and hurt.
Yeah, he got the ball, but he also got the legs of Krupi as well. It's a strong challenge. You just see him just swipe with his left foot, gets the ball, but then takes the player.
The
way the second half started, 62% possession for Bournemouth, who have slipped back into their rhythm.
We'll sing it in and
Arsenal just sitting in the shape of
the
pitch and just trying to nick it.
Ole, ole,
Trying to get going.
ole, 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 ole.
But Arsenal can't keep it. Truffert plays it on. Christie's making the run, and he'll just about get there as well. But David Raya read that. Then quickly bowls it out here to Havertz.
The crowd want the ball moving quicker when Arsenal get it.
Gavaya to Ben White, William Saliba, Martin Zubimendi, Declan Rice.
Forward.
It looks as though Leandro Trossard is getting ready on the Arsenal bench. And Eber Etieza as well, so he's clearly sent the team out, not seen a great deal, and he's going to make changes quickly.
Yeah, it's just that creativity, isn't it? You know, the ball's not going into Martinelli, whose strength is to running behind. That's not happening. Trossard into just trying to pass the way in there.
Dare I say, apart from Declan Rice, you could probably take off any of the other outfield players. Might be being a bit harsh on the two centre-backs, but elsewhere there's just been no fluidity at all in this Arsenal group. Here's Madueke, who's got nothing out of Truffert so far today. It's headed away by Senesi. Gabriel straight to Truffert when it goes to Tavernier. Not quite sure there why Evan Nilsson was trying to hold his run. He was 10 yards inside his own half.
Get going. I mean, they were ready. Saliba and Gabriel, though.
What's the ball?
Back towards Kai Havertz. Declan Rice comes onto it. Throwing himself at the ball to block it. Was
let's get this in the box.
Oh, they're getting Max Dowman ready as well.
Yeah.
Yes! Dowman!
Looks like a triple change.
They need something. They need a spark, creativity.
Can you believe we're here depending on 16-year-olds to do the business.
So Arsenal have got their first corner of the second half. They've got three players ready to come on. Eze, Trossard and Dowman. Gyökeres and others in the box, waiting for the Madueke corner.
Good delivery. Good delivery. Gabriel, get your head on this.
Gabriel at the far post. Indication the way the flag was being blown there and the post was being bent, and there's quite a bit of wind at times in here. And it goes from Madueke. Petrovic got there, did enough, and it's a goal kick. So Arteta now wants to make the changes.
Seen enough, Darren. He's probably just given them 5 minutes in that second half to see if anything changes. It hasn't. Can't wait around.
I rate it though, man. Like, some people are not doing the
business. So he's going to take off Kai Havertz, Noni Madueke and Gabriel Martinelli. Eze, Trossard and Dowman.
Yeah, I'm not sure that front four was working. Gyökeres obviously gets the goal and his movement in the... But the ball forward, that creative spark's just not been there. So they're looking at these three players to change that.
So Eze's missed the last three matches. He wasn't involved during the international break with England either. Leandro Trossard hasn't scored a goal in 2026. He's actually on a run of 19 games without a goal. And of course, young Max Dowman, still only 16 years of age. Arsenal, look at the substitutes' involvements this season. 38 goals off the bench. So the players who come on for them in these circumstances, very, very impactful. And of course, Dowman was against Everton here recently, scored a goal. It's his fourth appearance off the bench in the Premier League.
They are statement subs, and I say that is because of how early he's done it, Arteta. You know, they put a lot of... I mean, Dowman, they were relying on him against Southampton. Dowman. But it just needs a bit more in the final third.
Hopefully our attacking play is a bit more fluid.
Only 17 until September, Max Dowman. Petrovic.
You can hear him crying at the lane. Everett chooses scores again. One call for Mikel.
You forget about things like that, don't you? I mean, everybody's concentrated on a title race. He's got other things to think about as well.
That's an English important.
Yeah.
Big win.
William Saliba said, let's see how impactful those changes are going to be, because Arsenal certainly need to find something from somewhere. And there's no surprise Arteta did it, because they just showed no signs at the start of the second half they were going to be any better.
Yeah, the ball's forward. The attacking threat was limited in terms of, and they just didn't get going.
Picked away by Raya, and
what's he doing?
Well,
what's he doing?
Wow.
It hits Evan Nilsson, but I mean, that could have been disastrous.
And that could have fallen at Nilsson's feet. You know, he's used to playing out. He's trying to hit it with the outside of his foot.
I mean, come on.
Oh my gosh. He's almost just like...
Tell you what.
Oh my...
It's a whisker away from being in the front of Evan Nilsson's.
He must have a lot of success in the five-a-side, you know, if he's got the confidence to do that.
He's a good player, he's a good goalkeeper, to be fair.
Oh, he's been fantastic for Arsenal, hasn't he?
Yeah.
15 clean sheets in 32 Premier League matches now. On course to win another Golden Glove.
If you're given the choice of making that sort of pass at this stage in the season, in this game, most of the fans would choose not to. Got away with it.
Max Dowman's gone out to play on the left. On the right, rather. Leandro Trossard on the left. There's a wearing 10, playing as a number 10.
Yeah, we're just lumping it along now. Like, what are you doing? Look at playing. Like, how many times are you going to kick it to their goalkeeper?
There's never been a spell in the match, and we played almost 57 minutes, where you felt like Bournemouth think they're under pressure.
Yeah, no real sustained attack. Yeah, they've had little bits. Arsenal, obviously, they get the penalty and the goal, but nothing where it's just sustained, and the pinning Bournemouth back, and we see them pin a lot of teams back.
Ryan didn't get there. Lewis Skelly was then caught by Junior Krupi, but the referee says play on. Here's Scott. Jimenez. Scott's carried on running down this side. Saliba's come across. And that's a Bournemouth throw-in. It's very elegant in there, doesn't he, Alex Scott? One or two injury problems since he joined them.
He's an intelligent player. Great range of passing. It just adds the legs in that central midfield area for Bournemouth.
So James Hill, who's starting his 15th straight game for Bournemouth today, has come over to take the throw-in. David Raya stays on his line. That's swept away by Trossard. Dowman's going to chase it. Truthfair had a bit of a head start and gets over there. And the teenager commits the foul. Don't forget, we've got another big midweek of European football. Atletico Madrid with a 2-0 lead for the home leg now against Barcelona. That's on Tuesday night. Wednesday night we'll be here for Arsenal against Sporting Lisbon at 7 o'clock. And we'll also bring you Bayern Munich against Real Madrid. Then on Thursday night, good positions for Forest, Aston Villa and Crystal Palace in the Europa League and the Conference League. All of those matches available on TNT Sports and, of course, on HBO Max as well. Tavernier. Truthfair with the cross. It's not a bad cross, you know, if they got somebody in the 6-yard box.
In a great area, just far enough out that it didn't tempt Raya out, but just needed an attack. And they're showing enough threat again, Bournemouth, aren't they, that Arsenal really can't relax defensively.
About 5 minutes.
It's moving towards a big half an hour in the context of the season for Arsenal. Victor Gyökeres will chase this, but it's going to work its way through to Petrovic, who picks out Christie. Took it nicely. Junior Krupi, there's the back heel from Christie. Kind of sums up how they're all feeling, the Bournemouth players.
Yeah, they look fresh.
Bro, you are getting moved to that.
Relaxed, and they just... They're enjoying their afternoon. I said it in the first half, but they certainly do, Bournemouth.
These are the days, though, aren't they? You're trying to win a league. You're not playing anywhere near your best. You've got to find a way to win it. That's what the champions tend to do.
They'll drag it out of themselves somehow, Arsenal.
Not really like great.
It's going to work so hard.
Gabriel across ahead of Evan Nilsson.
Turn. Yes. Someone else actually would have played Eze again.
So Eze, who scored 3 times in 5 games for Crystal Palace against Bournemouth. Truthfair with a challenge on Dowman. That's a nice switch of play to Trossard. Dispossessed pretty straightforwardly by Jimenez, and now he wants to charge forward for Bournemouth. He's got Krupi and Evan Nilsson up there with him as well. Carrying it a long way. Trossard's tracked him back. Trossard's made the challenge, and Michael Oliver tells the Bournemouth right back to get up.
It's good recovery by Trossard. A lot to catch up. Jimenez on his bike and just eases him off it in the penalty area.
Iraiola's fuming because Jimenez is still in the box complaining, and the Bournemouth manager's telling his right back to get into position here. Here's Trossard. 10 out of 10 for the effort from Leandro Trossard to chase back. Yeah. They lost the ball in the first place.
It's too slow. It's too slow. There we go.
The ball quickly then, Arsenal.
One touch, two touch.
Here's
There we
Rice.
go. What have we got?
Trossard.
Can we get something in now?
Gets the cross in, headed away by Hill. Swept on further by Krupi. Arteta's gone racing out of the technical area to offer encouragement to his players. There he is. Got to get back in his box. That's one of the few times, Lucy, in the match where we've seen Arsenal have possession around the Bournemouth box, and a lot of players in there all of a sudden.
Yeah, and Bournemouth quite happy to do that. You know, they'll defend all over the pitch. They'll defend in the middle of the pitch. They'll press you high, but if they have to collapse on the edge of the box, they'll certainly do that. They haven't had to do it that many times.
Bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? We're time wasting and we're drawing.
It's not really an option for David Raya, in fairness to him.
What's going on?
I think that's the option in the end. Taken down easily by Senesi. That's good defending.
Not enough movement in front of Raya. He just couldn't see the pass.
Tavernier.
Oh, appreciate the
Christie. Truffert. Truffert delivers the cross. Lewis Skelly, under pressure from Ryan, was alert enough to let it roll across his body. And then Trossard was trying to get the free kick. Neither the assistant nor the referee had any interest whatsoever. He'll get one now, though. The legs got tangled up.
Yeah, the first one wasn't. Trossard, you can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to relieve a bit of pressure and get that free kick that usually fullbacks get. Going against their own goal.
This is dark, guys. This is dark.
It's just a raise in tempo and intensity that's needed from Arsenal. The subs come on. Need an effect from them.
We're actually praying for Max Downey at 16 to go and produce it.
But Stuyvenberg down there in conversation with his manager Mikel Arteta. They've got to try and solve this problem. Bournemouth have been a problem to Arsenal today. They played exceptionally well.
Over one of you.
Lewis Skelly's got to go back. Raya's got to lump it forward. Up goes Hill. On by Scott. Here's Declan Rice. Can he be the one to inspire them? Wearing the captain's armband today. Gabriel to Zubimendi and then on to Saliba. It's a battle for Arsenal just to get out of their own half.
Absolutely, it is. The press is excellent.
Yeah.
The flag stays down here against Victor Gyökeres, who's a mile behind the defenders. It's Gyökeres with the shot.
Goal.
Then the flag goes up. And that's the most frustrating thing, I think, for anybody in here. Everybody knew what was coming.
It's a little bit closer than you think. I think it's Jimenez on this right back. Can you see? It just steps, but he has just leaned forward. Gyökeres. Good finish, though. He can't half-strike a ball well. I don't think there was many in here in an Arsenal persuasion that thought that wasn't offside.
Rice mistimes his jump. Evan Nilsson to Scott.
What are we doing?
Blimey. Just having Gabriel in each other's way.
My gosh, my gosh, my gosh.
Things like that don't improve the mood in here.
No, tell you what, there's nothing like pressure. Makes people just make different decisions.
Lucy, if you're an Arsenal supporter and you're watching this today, you know you've got to play Sporting Lisbon, which is another high-profile game on Wednesday night. They've then got Manchester City. If they're feeling the nerves like this at this stage, what's it going to get like with 2 or 3 games left, if it's still tight?
It's difficult to play freely for these players, but they've got to get it out of themselves somehow.
We are quick.
Another pass lost there.
Good feet from Christie, and the shot from Christie, which is too high. There's also not anybody in the group that they can lean on as a title winner to kind of explain how it works.
Yeah, they've got to do it together. And that's the thing, and they've done well enough so far this season to get themselves in such a good position. Arsenal, in the last few steps, the hardest.
That's David Brooks who's getting ready. Raya's given it to Zubimendi and took a massive risk again. The crowd can't believe what they're seeing here.
Oh my God. And it's just like, yeah, Gyökeres, lumps Gyökeres. Hopefully you deal with that. We're not even passing the ball, bro. You can't string pass. We can't string 4 passes.
Just can't get on it, Arsenal.
I'm watching it on HBO Max.
Bournemouth in front of their fans.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm watching it on HBO Max. Imagine how toxic it would be in that stadium without that pen. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we got a life with that penalty. We got a life with that penalty.
He's had an interesting few minutes, hasn't he, David Raya?
Bro, we can't play out the back. We can't play out the back. We're just like lumping it to Gyökeres, hoping.
We're also going to see Tyler Adams as well.
This is bad.
So it looks like a double Bournemouth change coming up. Taken short by Scott, flicked back by Junior Krupi.
Why is he kicked it like
They
that?
need to clear it then because they were.
Why is he kicked it like that?
On the way then, Arsenal players.
Bournemouth have always had a really good man-to-man pressure. No, they have, but like we should be able to like.
Just out of picture, Declan Rice doing the captain's thing just went over to David Raya and indicated that he just needs to calm down a wee bit.
Martin Mouth is encouraged to play out, but the game state at the moment is whether they're not have any sort of possession. They keep giving the ball away. And it's
you're Spanish, bro.
They've only had the one shot on target, which is the Victor Gyökeres penalty. In general play, they've created nothing so far today. Here's Rice. Good run. Little footing from Truffert, but he gets it here towards Eze. Now it breaks here for Trossard. Jimenez defended it.
Trossard, he's taking his time, bro.
Declan Rice. Hitting the shot.
Whoa!
Did he get a
Aye,
touch? Yes, he did.
Declan Rice, bro. This guy is different grade. I don't care what no one says. Declan Rice is a true captain. He's a true leader. He just leads by example, bro. Declan Rice, I'm all bro. Like, you cannot say anything bad about this guy. He always is putting in the effort. He's putting in the yards. He's always running. He's always trying to make something happen. Declan Rice,
Stadium. Arsenal
give him the armband. Give him the armband now. Now.
As it stands, Manchester City would have 2 games in hand and the fixture at the Etihad next weekend to come. Declan Rice with the corner. Falls here for Lewis Skelly, who shoots through a crowd. And the block was made in there by the Bournemouth captain, Ryan Christie. So they're going to take off Ryan, who's been relatively quiet today, and they're going to take off Ryan Christie, the captain, for Tyler Adams and David Brooks.
We need something, man. We need to get a goal. We need just it feels like it's a lot later in the game because we made changes early doors.
This crowd trying to get the team going.
So David Brooks has been given the captain's armband as well. By Ryan Christie. Adams has missed the last 2 matches. United States international. He's got a big summer on the cards. He's on.
We just come on here to say some random stuff.
And Declan Rice preparing to take this Arsenal throw-in with 20 minutes left to play in the North London sunshine. Given away by Hill. Back in by White. Falls for Gabriel. Block made in there by Scott. Gabriel looking to turn and couldn't find a way through the crowd. And now Jimenez can run forward down the right for Bournemouth. Brooks has made the run ahead of him.
Oh, so because I've only posted since 2024, it means that's when I became
Eza
an
wins
Arsenal.
it back, and then Jimenez fouls him.
You so brave. Are you alright? Like, are you
Going to
like
carry
mentally
on,
challenged?
because Arsenal have it with Leandro Trossard. Zubimendi's made the
Good
run into
you.
the box. Trossard's made room for the shot. Challenge from
Trossard
Hill.
takes an extra touch.
Can't for the life of me work out
Where
why
did you
Jimenez
get
didn't
that?
play Brooks
When I was
away.
2024. Because I only started posting
Here's
on
Lewis
this
Skelly.
account, by the way. Like, this is my second account on TikTok. Like, bro, I've got another account where I've been on this app for time.
Goes now to Ben White. Max Dowman's made that little inverted run, and he gets to the byline and crosses it. It's gone
Are you
behind
12
though
years
for the
old?
goal kick to Bournemouth.
Yeah, he hasn't received the ball
Why
very
are you
much, has he,
angry?
on that side? Down, but again he goes. Jimenez just needed to just poke the ball forward. The run was there from Brooks, but it's good play by Eze.
It's a double header in the Premier League. Next Saturday we've got the first one from the G-Tech, Brentford against Fulham from 11 o'clock on Saturday, TNT Sports 1. And then from 7 o'clock we'll all relocate to Stamford Bridge for Chelsea against Manchester United. Both games on TNT Sports 1 and HBO Max as well. Scott's pass, and he's onside, I think, here, true fair, because Declan Rice was very deep in the middle. Here goes the cross, it's falling here for Krupi. It's a great challenge, and then coming onto it was Adams, and that's some block from Trossard. Scott then with the shot, he's miscued it.
Great defending, that's an opportunity there for Bournemouth. The space is starting to appear as Arsenal push themselves forward. And Rice just did enough, but that, what about that for a block from Trossard? You can sense it, get into the space. As Arsenal are desperate for that second goal.
I would think if you're an Arsenal fan, that clock is moving really quickly. If you're a fan of Manchester City, it feels like it's taken hours, I would have thought. It's this tense phase
You're
of
getting
the season.
moved to by Bournemouth.
We can sit back and enjoy it.
Pass it inside.
Lewis Skelly to Eze.
Ref. Oh my days. Okay.
No foul.
Oh!
There's Marcos Senesi playing it up to Tavernier.
There.
So true fair, a little bit short over there.
Good challenging.
Zubimendi got a nudge and Arsenal get the free kick. And there's Christian Mosquera, so he's going to be the next Arsenal change. We think he's coming on for Ben White. Jimenez held on to it too long again.
Anytime we've needed a left winger, right now.
They've not managed to get Eze or Dowman involved at all, really, since they came on.
Yeah.
Trossard's seen a bit more of it.
Managed to connect passes from the back line, provided the
save our
goalkeeper or
lives.
the back four, Arsenal.
Here's Brooks. And it goes to Evan Nilsson, laid off here to Scott. Scott's in and scores! And Bournemouth lead for the second time today. It's a wonderfully worked goal. It's the fourth goal of the season for Scott. And it's a potential heartbreaker here for Arsenal.
And it's so well worked from Bournemouth, but Arsenal just do not get close to any of the passes that lead up to Alex Scott's shot and finish for certain. And this place has gone absolutely quiet, apart from that corner where the Bournemouth fans are. But at no point is there any sort of pressure on the ball. He's taking a few touches. Every single touch is just easy, and it's a great finish from Scott.
I mean, they've walked through, Lucy, haven't they? He's waltzed through there, Scott, finished clinically as well in front of the Bournemouth supporters.
It's far too easy. And again, I think it's just a product of what's happened this afternoon for Arsenal. They've just not got close enough at all to Bournemouth. He'll be really, really happy with his team this afternoon.
Well, what a big 15 minutes we've got now. Arsenal 1, Bournemouth 2.
Wow, they just need to drag it out of themselves. I mean, I'd say now, watching what I've watched so far, that they'd be unable to, but they have to have leaders on this pitch at the moment who have to perform.
So 2 changes now because Gabriel Jesus is on for Martin Zubimendi.
How Zubimendi has stayed on the pitch, yeah? How Zubimendi has stayed on the pitch for 70-something minutes, yeah? I mean, really? How Zubimendi stayed on the pitch for 75 minutes?
You've got to win your home matches if you want to win the Premier League, but they just showed no real ability to do that.
I do not know. How Zubimendi stayed on the pitch for 75 minutes, I do not know. How Zubimendi stayed on the pitch for 75 minutes, I do not know. How Zubimendi stayed on the pitch for 75 minutes, I do not know. How Zubimendi has stayed on the pitch for 75 minutes, I do not know.
Again, any
How
sort of 1v1
Zubimendi has
wherever
stayed
it is
on the pitch for
Bournemouth
75 minutes, I do not.
Arsenal are in desperate need of inspiration. That's the table as it stands, as it was this morning, but Arsenal have played a game more. So 2 games in hand for Manchester City, a 9-point lead for Arsenal. City with 2 games in hand and the match.
It's not done. It's not done. It's not done. Put in the work. Make something happen. Someone turn it around.
It's just that sort of pace and injection of something that is needed. Dowman have the joy at wide. He's gone inside and now creates something for Arsenal. Can they use set pieces to their advantage?
He's a man with the weight of the world on his shoulders at the moment, certainly the weight of the Premier League. Leandro Trossard.
Bro, move the ball.
There's slips one through. Jesus involved for the first time since coming on. Now Trossard, he took one touch too many. Had the chance to cross it.
Just players that you know are so sure with the ball at the feet, all of a sudden taking a poor touch.
Hands on head time at the Emirates.
Still time. They need to find it somewhere in themselves, Arsenal, but I have to say that Bournemouth so far have been excellent, as we know that they can be.
"12 minutes plus stoppage time still to play. Can Arsenal find a big finish?"
Anyhow, Arsenal don't win this league.
That's going to get Krupke a booking for not retreating.
I don't think I'll ever watch football again. Arsenal don't win this league. I don't think I'll ever watch football again. I don't even touch football. I'm not playing. I won't touch football. I won't be around the football.
Trossard plays it in here to Eze. Max Dowman. Straight to the goalkeeper.
Oh!
It's a real chance that. Did he slip as he hit it?
Yeah, he just snatched at it, didn't he?
Oh, my
play
days.
from Dowman.
Gyökeres, oh my days. Oh my days.
Arrived at the feet.
Oh my days. Are you?
A bit of pinball,
oh my
wasn't it?
days.
He got a deflection.
So they get the corner. And the 16-year-old out there to take it. Saliba's gone in. His first ever Arsenal goal was against Bournemouth. There's Gabriel at the far post. It's a good header away in the middle of all of that from Senesi, I think it was, and now the brakes on, although Gyökeres has been penalised. Tavernier went over, he's got a card as well now, Victor Gyökeres.
He's arguing that shoulder to shoulder, but it's not Tavernier off the ball. It just gives Bournemouth time to regroup. And they did have a little bit of space then going forward, and know how effective they are.
Gabriel has just been patched up here by the Arsenal medical team, so just for the time being, Arsenal down to 10. into the final 10 minutes. Massive 10 minutes for Arsenal. Truffet. So Gabriel back on. He's nervous.
Come on.
Yes, they lifted it back. Evan Nilsson got there first. Here's Brooks.
Oh my gosh.
Played through here towards Krupi. That's a really good challenge in there by Gabriel. Picked up here by Tavernier. They were almost in for a third, Bournemouth. As it is, Mosquera can get the ball away, but only to Senesi. Here's Tyler Adams.
We're getting moved
Scott.
to by Bournemouth at home.
Tavernier right in front of the Bournemouth supporters. Remember, Bournemouth have only ever won once here in club history. That was last season when they did the double over Arsenal. It was 3-2 when the sides played at the Vitality in Arsenal's favour in January. And they're thoroughly enjoying it.
I mean, they're always a difficult opponent to play when they play against the top teams in the Premier League, just because they've got that much energy and the tempo is high. But Arsenal today, they've just been tentative, have not kept the ball like they normally do.
They're 8 minutes away from a club record 12th game unbeaten in the Premier League. They don't win too many, but they could win today.
Jesus is getting paid by Arsenal.
And if they do win, that's where they'll be.
Big win,
ninth
yeah.
in the table, 45 points. I mean, 4 points off the Champions League spot.
And he's so pumped.
The most points they'd ever got in a Premier League season, I think, was 54 last season. So they're not far off that either.
Is one of Arsenal's high-paced players.
We watched them away at Newcastle. Remember how good they were away at Newcastle? It was last season. Incredible. Very similar this afternoon.
There's been nothing lucky at all about this today. They've been outstanding, Bournemouth, from start to finish. Heavy touch there from Brooks. Eze gets it back for Arsenal. Now Miles Lewis-Skelly.
Good. What's the ball? Hold.
Victor Gyökeres.
Get around him. Get around him.
Turns away from Jimenez.
Good.
Recovered well.
Come on.
To Arsenal.
Come on.
Well.
Get the ball in the box.
Striker.
Get the ball in the box.
Just trying to get something for his team, making
the
those
performance
runs.
is shocking. It's been
It's
poor.
going to be the best form back into it. Set pieces.
Well, nothing in open play
no,
at all, is there, from Arsenal?
They just cannot get it going in open play. So you've got to try
I don't care if it comes of,
use whatever.
I don't care how it goes in. Just put it in the goal. Just put it in the goal. Just put it in the goal. I don't care. At this rate, I don't care.
So Declan Rice out to take it. Gabriel on the move in the middle. It's right in towards the near post, and Petrovic was able to punch it behind.
Why have we stopped our usual set piece?
I don't want to take any risks. Petrovic is going
Gabriel was running onto
the
the
post.
rather than him standing at the back post already. Just lost that threat of him running onto the ball and attacking.
So Rice again from the same side, bit more on it this time. There's Petrovic again though. Max Dowman.
What have you got, Max? Well done.
Drags it away from Brooks. Dowman not quite able to get it in. And Scott couldn't keep it in, so throw in. Krupi's gone down inside the centre circle. Here's another change. So they're going to take off Junior Krupi and send on Alex Tort.
Bro, I'm not going to lie to you, yeah?
This is a goal. It looks like it may win this
I don't know
game.
if I can continue to watch this club.
Scott on the end of it.
I don't know if I can continue to watch this club.
So on comes Alex Tort, signing for Ferencváros in January. Hasn't scored yet for Bournemouth, Hungarian international. On for the last 5 minutes or so here at the Emirates.
Good turn.
It's Mosquera. Dowman.
Deliver. It's that extra. It's the extra.
Straight at the substitute, but Arsenal get it back again quickly.
Oh my days! What are we doing?
Under control, Evan Nilsson all over him. Free kick.
Nobody can create enough space to get the ball into
bro, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Quality of ball into the box.
My mind is just...
I mean, the worst of the issues they've had, Arsenal.
I'm struggling, bro. I'm actually struggling to turn the TV on every week, bro, and watch this.
Dowman.
It's like complete capitulation.
Switching the cross towards Gabriel Jesus, and that's tipped over the bar by Petrovic.
Nice ball in. Gets it on his left foot, Dowman. There's enough in the box.
Yeah, Bournemouth are a good side, bro. The way we've
power,
played,
but again, Petrovic just making sure.
Awful, like, absolutely awful.
So yet another Arsenal corner. And so far today, they've all been repelled by Bournemouth. Two short options here for Dowman, both Lewis Skelly and Jesus. Now it's worked here to Eze. On it goes now to Rice. Shooting chance for Rice, and that was into the chest of Senesi, who can then fire it forward.
Put it out wide.
Mosquera.
My gosh.
Dowman had to stretch every sinew to try and reach it, and all he could do was set it behind. I mean, at the minute, you're sat here, and I know it's not possible, but you feel like you could almost reach out and touch the tension in here. You can feel it. We're right in amongst the supporters where we commentate from, and you can feel it all around you.
Yeah, there's just been balls like that from Mosquera that don't quite make it or go out of play. It just piles on that tension, and everybody watching knows that the team are not playing well, but they just need to see whether they can just get something in the last few minutes.
I mean, the reality is the lead is still 9 points, even if they don't win today.
9 points. I'm trying to hear
today.
Yeah, but
and the emphasis is still on Manchester City, who've got to sweep the board. So I mean, it's a bad day this for Arsenal, but it's not fatal in any stretch of the imagination. But they can't have many more days like this, can they?
We've still got to play City.
You can't play Newcastle.
Yeah, they're playing well at the moment, Man City. So that's why you just want to make it out of sight as soon as possible. Those games in hand, and the one against Arsenal is certainly
Trossard and Martinelli,
for City.
City have certainly found extra levels in recent matches.
Trossard and Martinelli,
really, really good in the FA Cup against Liverpool, won the League Cup, of course, against this Arsenal team at Wembley. And they're the last team you want to feel on your shoulder in a title race.
Trossard and Martinelli, count your days.
Jesus sold it short there to Saliba.
And Jesus, get him at my club now. I'm telling you,
Jesus. Header, now Jesus. Plays it in here to Gabriel.
Finish!
Gabriel's in, that's a great challenge by Jimenez, and he was fouled in the process. Probably a goal-saving challenge by the right back.
Yeah, when Gabriel had to go for it to just try and poke the ball into the back of the net past Petrovic. Finds himself up the pitch. It's a great touch. It rebounded off him in the end, but Jimenez puts his body on the line right in front of goal to protect the lead.
Bro, this is dark, bro.
A little bit fortunate that the bounce through. He's always going to try and stretch out for it, the centre-back.
So near yet so far for Mikel Arteta and Gabriel. What about the player of the match today, Lucy?
I'm going to give it to Alex Scott. I think he's an absolutely wonderful footballer. Not just about his goal, just the way he plays both sides of the ball. He's an elegant player, passes it well, but I think he's been superb.
It can't have been an easy choice because there have been so many good performances in the Bournemouth team.
Absolutely.
So Adam Smith is coming on here to replace Jimenez. And they've also taken off Evan Nilsson for the Turkish international Enes Ünal. The big question now is how much time is going to be added on. 5 minutes.
5 minutes to get something.
So now there really is a sense of urgency around the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal 1, Bournemouth 2. And time running out for the team at the top of the Premier League table. And that throw-in went in and then went out.
I mean, Arsenal and the fans look at this. Arteta, look at this fixture. They're always an awkward team to play against, Bournemouth.
At home.
But it's not as if Arsenal have played well. I think that sums it up. The shake of the head. They try their best to get themselves going, and just the quality. Even the second half didn't make a difference. Subs, not really that much of a difference either.
Feels like the kind of day this, Lucy, that takes a bit of picking yourself up from. I mean, they've got to do it quickly because they've got Sporting Lisbon here in the Champions League, and they've only got the 1-0 cushion. Then they go to the Etihad.
Barely even made any passes.
Big week.
And then they've got home matches then against Newcastle and Fulham, which, I mean, every game they play now is more difficult.
What are we doing here? Why did that pass not just go back?
It's been a feature, though, hasn't it, of previous title challenges in the last 2 or 3 seasons for Arsenal. They've had a clunker in them when it really mattered, and this is today.
Gabriel Jesus,
still time, though. 3.5 minutes.
Yeah. Eze. Man on.
They'd absolutely snatch your hand off for a point now, wouldn't they, Arsenal? Mosquera. Max Dowman. Declan Rice. Hoisted in. Headed down by Gyökeres. And he didn't get enough on it. And Michael Oliver's decision is goal kick. The Arsenal players think it was deflected.
Yeah, I think it hit Smith, didn't it, on the way? That's what they're saying. It comes across Smith here that perhaps it hit his shoulder. I don't know if it did, you can't tell from that angle. Yeah, a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why he reacted like that, Gyökeres.
By Scott. It's not a bad ball, that, to Tavernier, who's going to hit it first time on the volley. He saw his name up in lights.
Absolutely, I mean, he's certainly got that in his locker. Tavernier, as the ball dropped, he knew that was coming.
Oi.
By Victor Gyökeres. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Victor Gyökeres. Chance for Arsenal. Put it wide.
It's just desperate air in this place. Desperate air.
It's an Arsenal team less than 2 minutes away from 3 defeats in 4 matches. And it's going to end their unbeaten Premier League run at 8.
We are
concerning times for Mikel Arteta. They've been blemish-free in Premier League terms until today, but when you start to look at the sequence there, 3 losses in 4 games, you've got to be worried then if you're anything to do with Arsenal at this stage of the season.
It just turns into a run. That's what happens.
Can they find a goal from somewhere? Gyökeres towards Jesus. He's going to try and battle his way through here for Arsenal. They've got plenty of red and white shirts forward, and they've got a corner, which has often been their salvation.
Yeah, he's added a bit of energy, hasn't he, Jesus? A bit of quality.
Bro, we are pants, bro.
So David Raya is in there as well.
We are
desperate times call for desperate measures,
dead.
and these are desperate times.
Like, I can't watch
for
this
Arsenal
anymore, bro.
Final minute.
I can't watch this anymore, bro.
In by Rice. Goalkeeper stays on his line. Scott, the player of the match, heads it away. Rice has cross blocked as far as Saliba and then Eze. Lewis Skelly, and the offside flag is now up against Arsenal, which won't improve anybody's mood. Well, those leaving now have lost belief. There's only seconds remaining. They've stayed loyal to the end, the Arsenal fans, but it's not been their day by any stretch of the imagination. It's a game where they've never really got started, and a game where they've never been allowed to get started. Such has been the quality of Bournemouth's play, which can't be lost in all of this. And it's certainly going to be 3 massive points for them in terms of what it could mean for a potential European place at the end of the season. The yellow card there was shown to James Hill, so last chance here for Arsenal, maybe no more chances for Arsenal, and boos at the full-time whistle at the Emirates Stadium, apart from those cheers in the distance from the Bournemouth fans. It's a huge day in the title race, and there's no doubt that Arsenal's grip has been significantly loosened. Bournemouth win to give their hopes of European football next season a massive lift, and they've opened the door now for Pep and City to close in at Stamford Bridge tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, the Bournemouth came here, were brilliant. They played on the fact that Arsenal were a bit nervous, a bit tentative, and they relished it. They fought for everything. They were great on and off the ball. As for Arsenal, particularly open play, they couldn't connect passes, decision-making particularly poor, and execution. Yeah, this is a big moment.
Junior Krupi with the opening goal, the Arsenal equaliser, a Victor Gyökeres penalty. The winner scored by Alex Scott, who had a brilliant game in central midfield. Smiles all round for Bournemouth, disappointment all around the stadium here in North London. It's a massive twist in the title race. It's Arsenal 1, Bournemouth 2.
Thank you very much to Darren and Lucy. A huge story here in this title race. Also in Bournemouth's push for European football, as well as the Cherries make it 12 unbeaten, their best ever unbeaten run in the competition. They're on 45 points and up to 9th, just 1 behind Brentford in 7th, but the Gunners booze on the final whistle here as they miss the opportunity to go 12 points clear of Manchester City. So if City beat Chelsea tomorrow, that gap down to 6th, and in fact the Citizens could be top in 11 days' time, because they obviously play Arsenal next weekend, and then they have a game against Burnley in midweek. And Martin, the booze on the whistle there, even though the Gunners sit 9 points clear in the table, is that because that 9-point lead perhaps feels like the least secure 9-point lead we've ever seen in the Premier League?
Well, huge disappointment. Obviously, Bournemouth were quite magnificent, but how many times have we saying that? We've said that now. Southampton were magnificent last week. You've got to be better than you were today, not developing the play through midfield. Bournemouth again pressed exceptionally well. It's about, I've got written down here, stick together, and you're going to have to. You've got a huge game in the midweek. You know, everyone's going to be writing you off now. Does that change the psychology? Does that help the players? It seems that the pressure today was too much at times, and the energy, we're lacking energy. I mean, Bournemouth were fantastic in the duels. They seem really fired up. I know they've had 22 days, rest, and Arsenal have had a lot of football, but nonetheless, it's nearly there for you. You've got to find the energy from somewhere, and Bournemouth were just too good for Arsenal today.
I think you've written that down as a message to yourself as well, Martin. You said before the game you weren't feeling nervous. You've got to be feeling nervous now.
Bro,
I'm not a nervous type. I may look like that, but like when you're in competition, it's easy because you can exert all that effort.
I don't even know what to say.
But I could see little things happening all over the pitch. And now people have got to stand up. Personalities have got to come forward. Leaders emerge because the pressure will come on. It's still really in your hands because you play Man City next in the Premier League. You've got to deal with the Champions League game midweek though, and make sure that the wheels do not come off
after he's been
this season.
And Manchester City, no Champions League to think about now as well. Have we seen the effects of pressure on this Arsenal team
I don't know
today?
I don't know what it is.
First of all, you've got to give Bournemouth credit. They were class.
In the air.
Iraola had a brilliant game.
I don't know what it is, bro.
Today suffocated Arsenal. They couldn't play. The best team in the Premier League in every capacity. Just couldn't play, couldn't get the ball down and play. Barely created anything. And they had to go long. They kept recycling the ball back to David Raya. So you have to credit Bournemouth first. But pressure is a real thing. I do think they started the game a little bit tired, a little bit fatigued. But every Bournemouth player played with energy. They played with purpose. They passed the ball around beautifully, and they executed the game plan
there might be a
They
purse.
deserve to win today.
And
That's
someone
for
out there,
sure.
They were
any of the
excellent today.
African aunties
12 games unbeaten in the Premier League. Just
elders
1
that
point
support
now
Arsenal
behind
need
7th
to look
place
into
as
this,
they
or the
can
people
continue to
in the
dream
church
of
need
European
to look into
football.
this,
And we can hear
because
from the
someone
man who
has
scored their
banged on us.
second goal. Alex Scott is with
There's a
Becky
force
Eyes.
against Arsenal.
Thank you very
Football Club
much,
as to
Lindsay.
why it
Alex,
gets to
that
this
feels
point
like a
in time.
huge 3
We are
points. You
not
look
seeing
so well
results.
drilled out there. Did it feel
There's a
like
point
that?
where it gets to this
No, yeah,
time
it
of
felt
the
really
season
good.
where
Obviously,
we're
we
not
knew
seeing
coming
results.
here,
Someone has
the
banged
team
it.
they
Someone
are,
has
the top of the league. They're having an
done
unbelievable
something to
season.
this club.
But we want to, one up that and go as well as
It
we
needs
can.
to
We've
be
been
answered.
unbeaten for a
Any
while now.
African
Not as
aunties,
many wins, so
anyone
to
that is
come
in the
here
church
and get the 3
that
points
can
is,
answer
it's a big
this
statement.
can-
Well, it was your goal
can
that
look
was the
into this. They need
decisive
to
one.
do
We've
it
just
now.
had a couple of your teammates
I'm
walk past.
tired.
One said it was a tap-in, and
I'm
one said,
tired
what a
of
finish.
turning
How
on
do
my
you
screen.
describe it?
That sums them
Tired
up.
of turning
David
on
Brooks
my
said it's a
screen.
tap-in, and Hilly said it's a worldie. So, yeah, that sums the pair of them up. Yeah, good finish. I think I was
Like,
playing deep for a
honestly,
lot
if he
today.
doesn't win this league,
About a
I
minute
can't
before I
watch
got
it.
moved
The
more
only
advanced,
way
and then popped
he
up in
doesn't
the
watch
goal
this
and
league and I continue to
right
watch
as a
this
top
league,
keeper.
that's
So I waited a little bit and
If
saw
not,
he went one way and put it the other.
I don't
So
wanna
yeah,
hear it. I don't
good
wanna
finish
hear
from
it.
me. Obviously, really happy with that. I need to add more goals to my game. So yeah, really happy.
Were you surprised that no one really closed you down and you actually had quite a bit of space to skip through there?
Yeah, I'll have to watch it back. I think it was a good bit of play. Brooksy and Ever just flicks it on, and the gap was massive to run into. So maybe a bit of fortune, but being in the right place at the right time, that's how you score goals. So yeah, really pleased with the goal and obviously the win as well.
And look, for Bournemouth, you finally ended. Look,